Now that we've completed putting the doors in, oh, by the way, just I think in the last video I neglected to put a door into the walk-in wardrobe here, so just make sure you come in and put that extra, it'll be the same as these doors types, and put it in there. Now we're ready to put our windows in, and putting windows in is not that much different from putting doors in. If we come up into our architecture and find our window, and we have a number of windows in here. Again, these have been loaded in by me into this template, so all the windows we need should be in this template, so we won't have to go off and open any other families up or download any families from a manufacturer's website in the same way that we looked at with the doors. But we can do that when you work on your design task towards the end of the year. You might want to put different windows in than are available in the Autodesk program or in the template that you start off with. So we're ready to put that in, and the thing that we need to look at is the sill height is the important thing. And what you'll need to do is to go back and have a look at the drawings on the finished drawing, and I'll just bring that up. You can see here that we have our measurements about to where the windows are all going to be. These are the windows showing through in the wall here, and if we go into an elevation, we have some heights here. So if you see just one measurement like that, you know that all of those all the way across are, in this case, 2040. So it's pretty straightforward. So let's go on and start to put those in. We'll just go back to our SS one, and we'll just have to come back into Windows again. So which window am I going to start off with? I think I'm going to need to have a look at the Windows schedule for that as well, but I'm going to start off with window number 1, which is 2020 to 2480. Let's see what we've got in there. Have we got that in there? I think it's this one here, which will be our front windows. So let's just select that one there, and we'll zoom in on this front window. And we want to get these pretty central, so we'll just have a look at these and see how we go. We might move them around as we go. We've got 450, 450 there, so we might want to just move those around to line them up. I'm going to make that 450 on that side as well, so we've got the same on each side and just a small gap, a small bit coming up through the middle. If we have a quick look at that and see what it looks like. Now we've put the sill heights at 90 on these. 900. If I select one of the windows, you'll see the 900, and you can see how they're poking out the top. We actually want those right at ground floor, so if we change that to 0, you can see that one's changed. You should have had both of them highlighted, but if we highlight both of these and we change that to 0 as well, they will both come down to the right height. Now we need a couple of those also in the family room. So we'll come back into our floor plan. We'll make sure now that when we choose our windows, that casement, we do set that at 0, because these ones are going all the way to the floor as well. We'll come down, find our family room, and looking at the measurements, I've got those windows starting in 750 from the outside of the back wall, so from this wall here down this way. So I'll come down, let's see what we're getting there. We know that the walls are 250, so we want 750. So if we come 500 down, that will be in the right spot, and we can go and put the same one in over here at 500 will give us 750. So they're all the same windows. Sometimes you need to look at those because you see you can flip these windows as well. There are an inside and an outside. So if they don't look right from the out when you look at it in 3D, make sure you do flip them over. Okay, so I'm not going to put all of these in and waste time on the video. You should be able to put all of your windows in working through using your plans that are provided in the PDF for you. I'll put them in and show you some of it at the end of the window, but there is one that will be a little bit difficult, and that's the ones that are going into the shed. And I'm going to put one of those in just to show you what I mean by that. So if we come into select that window that we want, and it will be an awning window, I think. 1200 by 600. Let me just check on that one. Yeah, I think that's right. And we want it in from the edge of the outside edge of the house by 950 down here. First one will go in here. So it'll be 950 will be 700 in from the inside. And we'll put it there, and it's putting it in the center. Now that window's not showing up at all there. I'm going to just hit escape a couple of times, but I've put the window in there, but it's not showing. Let's just make sure that it is there. We'll go into 3D and just spin around, have a look, and you can see the window is in place, but it's not showing. Now it actually has to be, that window, the top of that window needs to be at head height of 2040, same as our other windows. Click apply and you can see that's come up. Now let's see if that's made any difference in what we're seeing there. And we can see it there now, okay? Because what we do when we take a section through the house for our ground floor, we set that to a certain height. And if you have a look at the clipping down here, the view range, sorry, edit, you can see that we can rechange these to see at a certain place where the cut plane is. So our cut plane is 1600 off the ground floor, and when we put that window in at first, it was too low. It was cutting over the top, so we couldn't see it. So if you're putting a window in and you can't find it showing up on your plan, it's more than likely you need to come in and play around with this view range. But be careful with it. You make sure you record what's in there first before you start playing around and trying to get your cut plane at a different height. Okay, so I'm just going to go through now and put in the rest of these windows, and then we'll have a look at what else we do with the windows to put them into a schedule. So I'll just pause for a while, put all these in. You can do the same. Okay, I've put all of my windows in, and I notice on this side I put these two in, which were AW12s, and I've put them in the center of the room, which is correct, but I haven't set my height. So I'm just going to hold my shift key down and select them, and also this kitchen one I need to, because they're all going to be on the same height, which is, you know, I just have to do, I won't be able to do that one because it's a different window type, but because these are the same, I can do that. And we want a head height of 2040, and apply, and we can do the same now to that one with a head height of 2040, and that's our kitchen window. We probably can make that a bit bigger, that window. That's a little bit small, so I might just change that over to one of these other ones. Let's just have a look, see what that's like. That's probably better, and we'll just have to change the head height on that one again, 2040, and okay. So if we go back to our ground floor plan, we now have all of these windows in, the casement windows, this little kitchen window. These two are the same type. We've got one in the bathroom. You can see the window type on them when I hold the mouse over them, and we've got the two up the front here that are the same. So we've got all of our windows in now, and now we need to put them, we need to tag them so we can make a schedule up. So I'm going up into annotate and tag by category, and we can do the same thing as we normally do. We'll start on this side. Now the numbering is going to start at some funny numbering here, but we can go in and change that and alter it later. So I'm going to put this in. You can see some of the windows are around the wrong way because the tag is coming. We want those tags to come out. So that tells me I need to flip those windows, and we got our last window there. Okay, so if we zoom in, just to flip those windows, pretty straightforward. Just right click out of that tag and just hit that little arrow button, and we can also, we'll get rid of these when we go around. This one here is on the wrong side, I think, as well. So we can just flip that one over. was right. These two are on the wrong way round. And these two are on the wrong way round as well. Now all of these tags we want to, I think I'll just delete those tags there and we'll just put them in again. And now they should go on the outside. That's right. There we go. They're okay. Want that one there, and that one there, and that one there, and I'll just escape a couple of times. Just delete that one. So we put it in twice. Now it's still going on that side, so that means I need to flip that over and then go back to my annotate. And I have all my tags in now for my windows, and they're all going on to the outside. And once we've done that, we can then come down and create a new schedule. Right click on it, new schedule. We want windows. There we are down there. Just set those settings there. Okay. We're going to put in here type mark. We want the width and the height. And we want family type so that we know which ones they are. And we want the type as well. And I might just put the types up above the family one so you can move it around by using those keys there. So okay, and there's our list there. Now I suggest we go through and change these. I'm not going to oh, that's the type mark, sorry. We need another one of those so we can edit the fields in here. And we want type. Type should be there. That's right, type mark. They shouldn't be all changing to one like that. Okay, so I've changed all those so that we get the same type mark for the same types of room, and they're a lower number. But we also need to also add into that schedule in the fields. We'll edit the fields. We want the mark, and we can add that, and I want that right up the top as our first one because they're our numbers that come off our tags. So we put those in. These are the ones that we want to change to 1, 2, 3, and so on down to get all those numbers there. I'll just pause. Once you've completed that, you can go back to your ground floor level, have a look at that, and all those numbers should correspond now with those marks. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 3, and so on, 7, 8, 9, all the way around. Okay, so all those windows in place now. All right, that's getting your windows in. Go on with your next video.